What's up guys, Tony Watson from ProTrainBB.com, and today I got 5 ways to drastically improve your jump shot. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so the 5 strategies that we're going to go over today are 5 things that you need to implement into your regimen and your workout schedule today so that you can see drastic improvements in your overall shooting and your overall shooting package. Now, I want you to stick with us until the very end of this video because we're going to go over a program that you might be interested in if you're watching this video. But let's get into the first one right now to help improve your jump shot. Number 1, find a form and stick with it. So many players all over the world are constantly changing their shooting form after a bad day or a bad shooting performance. But the problem with that is shooting is all about consistency and all about doing the same thing over and over and over again. So once you find a shooting form that you're comfortable with, that you think is a good shooting form, you have to stick with it. Now, I'm not saying you can't change it at all. Yes, you can make minor tweaks here and there, maybe move your elbow in more, spread your feet out a little more so you can get good balance, but don't ever just completely tear your entire shooting form down and try to build it up again from the ground up if you're already in your high school years or even my college players. My younger players, you might have to start from the very beginning once you become strong enough to shoot the ball the right way. But if you're already on the stages where you're strong enough to shoot the ball the right way, find a good form and stick with it even through those bad days. Number 2, make at least 300 makes per day. So you hear it all the time from great players like Steph Curry that they make 300 shots per day. And I can attest to that. When I was in college, I was actually fortunate enough to have a gun on campus that I could use every single day. And that's exactly what I did, was make 300 shots per day. And that following season is when I saw the biggest improvement in my jump shot. And it wasn't just making 300 shots. It was actually taking game reps on game reps. Now, what do I mean by game reps? A game rep is where you take a game shot in a game spot going at game speed. That's a game rep, and you got to make 300 of those. Those are what are really going to improve your jump shot on a day-to-day basis. And you even got to get those 300 makes in on the days you don't feel like shooting, because every single day is another opportunity to get better. Think about it like this. The day you don't shoot is like taking a step back, and you never want to move in the backwards direction. You always want to move forward. So make sure you get your 300 makes in per day. Number 3, get an accountability partner. Now this is an important one because not too many people do this. And your first question is, what is an accountability partner? Now this could be anybody. It could be a family member, it can be a teammate, it can be a coach, it can just be one of your best friends who you can trust. The key word is trust in that sentence, because this person is going to have to keep you on track. They're going to have to make sure you're doing what you're doing, and they're going to have to call you out if you're not sticking to the course. Now, I'm not saying they're a tyrant or a dictator over you, but it's just somebody that's going to, nudge you in the right direction, or make sure you're not doing all the extra activities that you shouldn't be doing, but you're sticking to what you set out to do, whether it's make 300 shots a day or improve your shooting form, whatever that may be. That accountability partner is going to do that for you. Now, the best example that I think all you should try to adapt is to make that accountability partner one of your teammates. And the reason why I say that is because you and your teammate have shared interests or shared goals. So if you get better and they get better, then your team gets better. So the days that you don't feel like shooting, or the days they don't feel like shooting, that's when you push each other to work harder that day or get through this day for the better of the team, for the better of yourself. And you two can bounce energy off of each other the days that you don't feel like working out, or the days you do feel like working out and they don't feel like working out, but you can kind of pull them along, and when roles reverse, they can pull you along. But that's my best example for an accountability partner. Number 4, keep track of your progress. All right, so you have to keep track of your progress as you go through your shooting stages. If you don't keep track of your progress, you really can't tell if you're improving. Now, there's different ways to keep track of your progress. You can make up a certain workout that you test yourself weekly, maybe bi-weekly, and see if you make enough shots here and there, or you make more than you did the last time you got tested. Like I said, I was fortunate enough to have a gun, so I actually set goals to have a percentage by the time I got to my 300 makes. So for me, one of my goals was to first start off at 85% with no defense. If no one's guarding me, I want to be able to knock down an open jump shot 85% of the time. Once I was able to get that on a consistent basis, I moved it up to 87. Once I got that, I moved it up to 89 and 90. And I think once I got done with college, I was able to knock down on some days, especially my good days, and knock down 90% of my open jump shots. And that's the way to keep track. All right, you gotta have a way of keeping track of your progress to see if your workouts are actually improving your workout or they're keeping you in the same place. And it's also another way to see what areas you need to work on. Say you're not a good shooter coming off down screens or using a ball screen. Well, you can track your progress by making up a test that involves coming off of a down screen or a ball screen. See how many you make out of 10. If you make 5, the next time you get to that test, you want to try to make 6 or you want to try to make 7. And that's how you can tell if your workouts are actually improving your jump shot. Number 5, have a plan or a program. All right, so I saved the best for last, and that's because this is the most important aspect out of all the 5 that we're talking about today. So even if you did 1 through 4, you know, you're keeping your form, you're making 300 a day, you have your accountability partner, you're doing everything, but you don't have a plan when you go in the gym, you're kind of wasting your time. All right, you have to have a set out goal, you have to have a set out plan, what drills you're gonna do, what workouts you're doing that day, so that you can be on a regimen, you can be on a plan, you can see what your workouts are gonna look like before you even get into the gym. That will allow you to make sure you're getting your 300 makes in a day, or that'll allow you to make sure you're improving on the aspects you need to. Now let's say you're a guy that wants to be a knockdown shooter from the corners. Now most of your shots should be from the corner, and you got to implement that into your plan. The best thing that I can recommend is that you can write down every single thing that you're going to do when you get into the gym, so that as soon as you get in there, you can hit the ground running and your workouts can be efficient and they can work on the things that you exactly need to work on. All right. Now, if you don't know exactly what you need to work on, we have a great new program called Perfect Your Shooting. Now, Perfect Your Shooting is part of our Perfect Your Game series, where we highlight a skill in each one of our programs. And obviously in Perfect Your Shooting, we're working on your shooting. And we work on things like coming off of screens, shooting on the move, off the dribble, and being able to create your own shot. Now, if this is something that you would be interested in, you should click the button up here where you can go right to the link and you can download it yourself. Now, a couple things about this program, it actually incorporates a lot of the stuff that we talked about today. So you actually work on your form in this program. You actually make 300 shots a day. You actually have a program and a regimen, and you're going game speed and game-like situations. The only thing you have to do after that is get your accountability partner to make sure you stay on track. So again, if you're interested in our Perfect Your Shooting workout, you can just see what it has in store for you. Click this link up here in the corner, and you guys can start perfecting your shooting today. Alright guys, if you like this video, make sure you click that thumbs up below, and in the comments, let me know what other topics you guys want me to cover in our Pro Talks, and I'll be sure to bring those to you. And if you missed last week's video, make sure you click that link up here in the top left-hand corner of this video, and make sure you come back next Monday. We're going to have a video for you guys so that you can continue to perfect your game. Peace.